I'm worried about this girl who's seeing me like, the cushions slowly enveloping my face. Goodbye. Like I was the couch. I had no body. Hi, this is Pete Holmes, and this is the time I learned the secret mantra that can make a bad trip incredibly good. I have a lot of rules when it comes to taking mushrooms. You should definitely be with people you are comfortable crying in front of or throwing up in front of. Not that you're gonna cry or throw up, but that's the vibe. And the other one is I like to fast beforehand because I want it to kick in quickly and I want to be running clean. Like it's all about plant medicine, so I eat a lot of plants and get all green inside, eat the mushrooms go in and they're like,
I know you guys, let's just give this guy a big party.
And everybody goes nuts. On this trip, I broke both of my rules. We drove up, me, my friend Nick Thune, who's a comedian, and his friend, who was a lady, who I had a crush on. I want to impress this girl. I have drugs, I party. I know I look like a narc. Like leaning on a van that says DEA on it, like, you guys want to get faded? Like, I'm not really a drug person. I'm usually the person who can't even tell when other people are on drugs. I'm always like, who was that sweaty, confident man? He had a go-get-him attitude. It's like he was on cocaine. But I wanted to be cool. We have this free day. Let's drive up to Big Bear. Rule number one, eat clean, eat leaves, eat plants. She wanted to stop at In-N-Out Burger. So I went from eating no cows to eating little bits of ground up 1,000 cows. All the blood and the factory farming and the stress and the fear is just saturating and weighing in my belly. Let's not disrespect psilocybin and call it a drug. It's a medicine. The drug I took was In-N-Out Burger. Then we drove up to Big Bear. It was a cabin where I had tripped before. I chopped up the mushrooms and I served it to the three of us, 3 equal portions. Now we're waiting for it to kick in. So I pick up a guitar, just serenading both of them, just like secretly looking on the side of my eye to see if the girl is impressed. And then I look at my left hand and it has 11 fingers, like on this hand. So I hated it. Immediately, I knew. I'd never had a bad trip before, but I just knew I'm about to have a bad trip. And then the walls start to bleed, which everybody says, but I had never seen that. So I start freaking out and I say to Nick, I need food. If I eat some food, maybe it will help cool me out a little bit. But I'm like, we can't go, we're all tripping. And Nick Thune is like, I can drive, okay? Because he wasn't tripping yet. And he drives away. So now I'm anxious for him and I'm worried about this girl who's seeing me like becoming the couch. Like the cushions slowly enveloping my face. Goodbye. Like I was the couch. I had no body. I realized I had some Xanax, and a friend of mine had told me that Xanax would help with bad trips. And I poured them in my hand, and my hand was the size of a football field. My hand was a prairie, and each pill was an Irish sheep, and they were moving around, and I couldn't tell which was which. I knew one was Ambien, I knew one was Xanax, I knew one was Cialis. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be erect, asleep, or calm right now, but I can't risk it. So I just put them back in the bottle. I couldn't figure out which one was which. So I got up. Nick Thune returns. He is tripping. So he drove to the store in a car. He returned in a spaceship, and he gave me a banana. I was so in love with Nick Thune that he did this for me. And then the trip is still bad. It's not cooperating. I thought it wasn't cooperating with me. It turned out I wasn't cooperating with it. No bleeding walls, no becoming the couch, because I'm trying to impress this girl. So I had my own agenda, and the mushroom kept going like, no, we're gonna do this. So I was fucking it up. It was my fucking fault. I was looking at Nick Thune. He looked like Christian Bale in The Machinist, and the girl turned purple, and she looked like a zombie, and she started having a bad trip, I think because she saw me having a bad trip. But then I realized, just say fucking yes. In life and in trips, it's what's happening. It's what's happening. Like this plant was inviting me to something, and I kept going, no, 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 no. It was my no that was making it a bad trip. I was like, okay, what do you want to do? I want a dragon to growl in your face. And I was like, you know what? I spend most of my life not having a dragon growling in my face, so why not? Let's try it. And it was still trying to scare me. And this was a real aha moment. I said to it, I go, what are you gonna get me? And I stood up and I go, guys, I am in a prison of my own making. We are walking corpses, own it. Sorry if it's being impolite. We all die. Enjoy it. And I'm like, we gotta get outside. and open the sliding door. We're on like a body of water. I guess it was a lake. We take our clothes off. We jump in the lake. Instantly just happy. We hear music, but it's not in our heads. It's real music. And we swim towards the music. And we get to the shore and it's a fucking outdoor festival. Literally. We didn't know what was happening. There was an outdoor like country music festival and all these people that we would never talk to. And we're like, we are you. You are us. But we didn't say that. What we did say was, we came from the sea. We hung out for songs. We started to come down. We swam back and danced on the lawn like gnomes. And the difference between a bad trip and a good trip is the word yes.
Tales from the